Everyone lies from time to time, but when you're a celebrity or a public figure, it's probably best just to be honest. Everyday celebrities are having their every move watched, and when it comes time for them to be exposed, everything eventually comes to light. Today, we've comprised a list of celebrities that got caught lying and how they were exposed. Welcome back to Top 10 Beyond the Screen. I'm your host, Johnny Rogers, and before we kick this video off, let us know down below which celebrity lie surprised you the most and tell us why. Also, if you don't want to miss another daily video from us, make sure you tap that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Plus, make sure you stay all the way until the end of this video because I'll be reading out some of your comments as well. Now, with any further delay, let's get right into today's list of the top 10 celebrities who got caught lying. In at number 10, Jennifer Lopez. There have been a lot of celebrities that have lied to the public about their age, but this one was a weird one. For the longest time, Jennifer Lopez had the public believing that she was born in 1970. However, in 1999, a shooting took place inside of a nightclub where Puff Daddy, Jennifer Lopez, and Shine had been partying. The incident led to a 10-year prison sentence for Diddy's then protege, and one of the victims that evening was Tanya Rubin, who was actually shot in the face. Diddy, who was acquitted of all charges related to the case, settled with 3 victims of the 1999 club shooting. According to those reports, Rubin was paid $1.8 million, and yes, she survived that shot. When the police arrived, though, they had to identify everyone involved with the incident, which led to Jennifer being caught in a lie about her age. In reality, she was born in 1969, but for whatever reason, she felt like knocking off that extra year made her feel younger. In at number 9, MILLI Vanilli. For those of you who are too young to remember, MILLI Vanilli was a German R&B duo from Munich that took over the charts with their hit song, Girl You Know It's True. However, one live performance in Bristol, Connecticut is what brought their whole career to an end. The band had the song on a pre-recorded track, but midway through the track got stuck. Imagine getting exposed like that in front of 80,000 people. This incident, though, unraveled a whole bunch of other lies. The band eventually had to tell the public that they've never even sung any of their own songs. Rob, who was one half of the duo, was so distraught with what happened that he quit the group shortly after. In at number 8, Miley Cyrus. Back in 2018, Miley Cyrus was fighting to have a videotape of her deposition sealed by a judge. According to The Blast, Cyrus was caught up in a legal battle regarding her sister's dog, Feather. Cyrus's sister, Brandy, lived in an apartment complex that was paid for by her older sister. In 2014, Feather bit one of her neighbors, and because Miley paid for the apartment, she was forced to sit through a deposition where she answered questions pertaining to the dog. She claimed that she didn't know of the dog, which is a hilarious statement to say in a courtroom. However, after the neighbor did some digging, she found a video of Miley and Feather together from years back. She brought the evidence to court and used it to prove that Miley's testimony was a full-on lie. Once Miley learned of the video's existence, she went to court to file an amended declaration claiming that she did know Feather after all. Now Miley is asking for that judge to seal the videotape of the deposition. Her argument is that she is one of the most famous celebrities in the world and is the subject of media and tabloids speculating concerning even irrelevant minutia details of her life. That neighbor couldn't care less though and still wanted the video to be released to the public. Although I don't think I've ever seen it. In at number 7, Nick Young. This is just another one of those messy celebrity breakups that had people shaking their heads the entire time. At first it started as a prank when the LA Lakers were recording player D'Angelo Russell and inadvertently included fellow player Nick Young. In the video, Nick apparently admits to cheating on his girlfriend, rapper Iggy Azalea. Young then says it was false, Iggy says okay, and the relationship goes on. However, not too long after that, she actually catches him on the security camera bringing women into the home. To make things even worse, Young was still expecting a baby with his ex-girlfriend, a baby that was definitely conceived while he was cheating on his ex with Iggy. And following the security cam footage, Iggy tweeted out, "I broke up with Nick because I found out he had brought other women into our home while I was away and caught them on the security footage." Then tweeting again saying, "This is just like a second shot to the chest and I feel like I don't even know who the hell it is I've been loving all this time." In at number 6, Kanye West. Kanye West has been doing his Kanye best to get himself into this election for November 3rd. The odds seemed to be very stacked against him, but time after time it looked as though he was finding new ways to prevail and end up on the ballot in most states under the party known as the Birthday Party. That being said, his petition to appear on New Jersey's ballot as a presidential candidate contained more than 600 defective signatures. Many of those signatures had very similar writing, and according to a formal complaint filed with the state on Wednesday, election law attorney Scott Salmon, a registered Democrat, filed the objection with the State Division of Elections after reviewing more than 1,300 signatures that the rapper had submitted. West managed to exceed the requirement of 800 signatures to appear on the ballot as an independent candidate in time for the deadline, but now his whole campaign is up in the air due to him being caught in this lie. In at number 5, Rebel Wilson. Rebel Wilson was outed for lying about her real name and her age. The Pitch Perfect actress had previously stated that she was 29 years old and that her real name was in fact Rebel. But thanks to an Australian tabloid, the world found out that she was actually a 35-year-old named Melanie Elizabeth Bounds. A year before the revelation, Wilson had told the tabloid that her real name was Rebel and that Melanie and Elizabeth were middle names she used in school to avoid getting teased. The tabloid uncovered official Australian documents that not only showed that to be untrue, but also proved that she was born on March 2nd, 1980, a full 6 years earlier than she had claimed. Two birds, one stone on that line. In at number 4, Angelina Jolie. Born in Los Angeles, California, Angelina is the daughter of actors Jon Voight and Marsha Bertrand. She is also the niece of Chip Taylor and sister of James Haven. On her father's side, Jolie is Czechoslovakian and German descent, and on her mother's side, she is French-Canadian and is said to be part Iroquois. Angelina has proudly said that she is part native, but according to her father, it's not true. According to John, his wife's claims of being part Iroquois were simply said to enhance her exotic background. After 1993, Bertrand turned her attention towards producing, and she was the executive producer of a documentary called Trudell about Native American activist John Trudell. It was shown at the Sundance Film Festival in 2005, and whatever her ancestry, Bertrand took an interest in Native causes and shared her activism with Angelina. Since then, Jolie has taken up causes such as refugee and immigrant children, although she is more than likely not Native American. You can care about it, but don't claim to be one. In at number 3, Bill Clinton. 22 years ago, the U.S. House of Representatives voted to impeach President Bill Clinton for giving a false testimony about having an inappropriate relationship with White House intern Monica Lewinsky. The potential scandal of 1998 saw the 42nd U.S. president give false statements under oath with a notorious one-liner leaving a big mark. The infamous words were broadcast during a press conference on January 26, 1998. In the summer, the president then admitted that he had been involved with Ms. Lewinsky, deeming the relationship not appropriate and a critical lapse in judgment. Mr. Clinton was later charged with 2 articles of impeachment, one for perjury for lying under oath to a federal judge, and the other for obstruction of justice. Impeachment proceedings then began in early 1999, concluding with Mr. Clinton being acquitted of both charges. Ah, democracy. Oh, and he wrote on Jeffrey Epstein's plane 26 times. Don't forget that. In at number 2, Lance Armstrong. In 2012, champion cyclist Lance Armstrong denied that he ever relied on performance-enhancing drugs. He referred to these doping allegations against him as outlandish and heinous. However, when the U.S. Anti-Doping Agency released compelling evidence, the cyclist's house of lies finally crumbled. The agency released about 1,000 pages of evidence and doping allegations against Armstrong and his teammates. This led to him being stripped of his 7 Tour de France titles and bronze Olympic medal. Plus, his lie forced him to step down as chairman of the Livestrong Foundation. Armstrong would later give a detailed account of his doping to Oprah Winfrey in 2013. Last but certainly not least, on our number 1 spot, Amber Heard. Amber Heard willfully lied to U.S. immigration by telling them that her British personal assistant was just a friend and was not working unlawfully. Her former aide, Kate James, who was fired by the actress in February of 2015, has now alleged in a high court battle that Miss Heard deliberately smuggled her dogs into Australia, which then led to her being caught breaching quarantine rules and overall thinking that she was just above the law. The claims were made in a witness statement by Miss James, which was submitted to the High Court as part of Johnny Depp's libel action against the Sun newspaper. With that, let's check out some of your comments from the video titled "The Truth About Ellen DeGeneres." James Boone says, so many Hollywood elites are getting very nervous now. Yeah, it feels like a reckoning of some sort, but I'm happy the worst are finally being exposed. I mean, that's a benefit. Harley Lane says, I love how you slipped in the part about the truth about society in the end. Lego. I always do my best to add in little nuggets of truth, but you gotta be looking for them, for sure. Gail Mimi of 6 says, I haven't watched TV for about 3 years. I watched YouTube, and one of my favorites is Johnny Rogers. Aw, you are a great host, Johnny. Thank you so much, Gail. I appreciate you very much, and there's a comment feature for such a nice comment. More of that, please. Not just about me, though. Sandra Frost says, Ellen's image was more important to her than another human being's health. Got it. Pretty sad, but it's true. The Bow Street Stunner 5x5 says, Johnny, you are my favorite presenter on I.O. I get very defensive of you when the haters comment, you are the best, stay classy. Wow, thank you so much for standing against those haters. Much love to you. I appreciate that people are fighting for me in the comments section. And that has been the top 10 celebrities who got caught lying. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you to our editing team for all of their hard work. If you enjoyed this video, please show some love here by tapping that like and subscribe button. Plus, don't forget to leave us a comment down below with your thoughts on today's list. And for more videos like this one, all you gotta do is tap that playlist when it pops up. From top 10 me on the screen, my name is Johnny Rogers, saying until next time, stay classy.